Hello there. How you guys doing? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're all having a good day. I totally wasn't late because I forgot to charge my watch. There's too many things that need to be charged. So, yes. Like, I'm blaming it on my watch, but also, yeah, it is. It is my fault. So, yeah. Anyhow, I started the stream eventually. But yes, it just shows me how bad I am at estimating time without my watch. Because yeah, that is not a skill I have. Like I know there are people who can like fairly like accurately estimate like how many minutes have passed since whatever thing happened, but yeah, not me. Uh, hand never strikes twice. No, a watched hand. Like I don't get it. But I guess I'm sure it means something, even if I'm just not familiar with the phrase. Either way, um, I guess moral of the story is I need to finally figure out where to hang my cuckoo clock, and then forget to wind that because yeah, burn that bridge when we come to it. That's always a good motto. Yeah, that poll is the one that ended a while ago. I'm so up to date on everything. Yeah. Everything works out perfectly. I am super organized always. There. Now it should give the proper response. Yes, there it is. Anyhow. I mean, it only took me a couple of weeks. Well, let's see how long it took me exactly. Um, yeah, the poll closed a month ago. It only took me a month to update the command. Perfectly reasonable amount of time. Thank you for the 7 stream watch streak. I feel like, yeah, I'm just very consistent at being inconsistent with doing stuff. Sometimes I update things on time. Other times I don't. And yeah. But I will do it eventually. Clearly, because I just did it. Yeah, I still don't know when I'm gonna be setting up the next poll. Which I guess it's a feature because it means that if you have game suggestions, you can still suggest them on the Discord server in the game category thing. I need to use ChatGPT to automate it. Nope. I prefer to use my own brain goop to do things because that way I actually like use the thing I keep carrying around everywhere. And maybe eventually I'll get better at time management. Still a work in progress at this point, but I mean, it's a thing. Can't really learn a skill without practice. Like I've seen the comparison of uh if you get like a forklift to lift weights at the gym for you, what's even the point of going there? So yeah, kind of have to actually do stuff. But yeah. Anyhow, Yeah, obviously it's text size for But yes, I don't just automate everything away. I do things myself. Um, sure, if you program the forklift, but that's different. I'm just talking about just like asking somebody else to quickly lift the weights with the forklift. So, yeah. Like if I automated everything behind the channel, like why am I even here at that point? So, yeah. I enjoy streaming, so you're kind of stuck with me in that regard. Yeah, you're training your people management skills, exactly. But like at that point, why are you going to the gym for that, though? Is that really the most efficient way to train that? Because, yeah. Anyhow, yeah, I'm very old school. But yes. So, today, I'll be continuing Hitman 2. Hitman 2 Silent Assassin, not the other game that is, for some strange reason, also called Hitman 2, even though it is a different game. Like, it's not a remake of this game, from what I'm aware of, which, to me, is bizarre. But, yeah. Anyhow, playing the second game in the Hitman franchise, not the game called Hitman 2, released in 2018. So anyway, that's the plan. Last time I already started this mission. It seems like right at the start of the mission, unlike the mission before, you weren't able to choose your weapon, which, yeah, last time at the end of the stream I mentioned that I wanted to try and figure that out. Yeah, it seems like between those missions, you just teleport to the next one. You don't return back to the base. So, yeah, means I can't get the sniper rifle. Because it would have been really fun to be able to use a sniper rifle to deal with the snipers. But, yeah, tough luck. Guess not. But, maybe I'll find a sniper rifle. Magically. In the forest. Like, maybe there's some sort of mushroom that works like a sniper rifle. Yeah. So. Yeah, exactly. If I can't go back to choose my weapons, then that's that. But, yeah. The remaster of the first 3 games, I mean, why though? Because I'm playing the game already. Why play the game again, but just with slightly different graphics? But yeah, I guess for me, well, first of all, I'm not sure my current system would be great at handling games that are released as a remaster or a remake. Well, once they're released this year or like next year or something. But I'm also busy switching stuff in my setup. Well, wow. I'm busy procrastinating. The stream is just turning into, yeah, me pointing out my lack of planning and time management. So, yeah. Who knows, maybe it'll motivate me to do better. But anyway. Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, I also don't really feel like the graphics need to be fixed. So, yeah. Yeah, my graphics card is doing okay. The problem is just that a certain company decided to discontinue the driver for it. But, yeah, I otherwise wouldn't want to update. Like, I'm being forced to update stuff against my will. because silly tech companies decide to make decisions that affect my streaming setup. So, yeah, pesky tech companies. Anyhow, yeah, exactly. Like Windows 10 being discontinued, and my PC technically not meeting the requirements, and my graphics card driver getting discontinued. The combination of those is, yeah, why I need to change things. But yeah, it's not because I personally would otherwise feel the need to change anything. So, yeah. What about AMD? Like, I really am bad at keeping track of what all the different companies are doing. But, yeah. Yeah, Linux, I've looked into it. I really have. I'm still tempted to go that route. The problem is that a lot of what I use, the drivers are only supported for either Windows or Mac. And yeah, I have no reason to believe that Mac would be any nicer for me to use than Windows is these days. So, yeah. They're delaying the development of their future cards. I mean, like, has it been that long since they last released a card? Because, like, I do play games off stream sometimes. Legitimately, not as much lately as I do some like other like times of the year. I have too many hobbies, so yeah, gaming off stream is one of the ones that I kind of cycle through between all the other things. So yes, I do game off stream. Not so much AAA or quadruple A or whatever they want to call themselves these days. Not those types. It's more like indie games and like games that have already been out for like 10 years or longer. So, yeah. I don't really play recently released stuff that's not an indie game. So, anyhow, speaking of indie games, we might even end up at some point in the near future showcasing some indie games on this channel. Like, retro adjacent, but still actually newly released indie games. Because there are some interesting ones that I've been looking at, and I'm intrigued. And I like that there's people continuing like to make retro style games, or like genres that just aren't really being pushed by the larger companies. So yeah. Anyhow, the next generation of cards won't arrive for at least another year. I mean, and that's bad because like every 2 years sounds like plenty. Like, has it been that long since they released the previous one? Like, I would guess their most recent one was released like probably not the start of last year, but like somewhere at the middle or something. Which, like, to me, that's not that long. Like, as somebody who's clearly not switched graphics cards in a while. I mean, you guys can look at the specs. They're in my about section. I believe it's yeah, a 1080. I don't know if it's like any more specific than that. Anyhow, my graphics card is old enough that it's no longer being supported. So clearly, I don't see a reason to continue switching to a newly updated, slightly different graphics card like once a year. So yeah, I guess I'm not the target audience for needing yearly or maybe even more than once a year, like, updated models for graphics cards. But I guess there are people out there who are really, really into that and who spend outrageous amounts of money, because, I mean, that can't be cheap. I highly doubt that you can resell a 1-year-old graphics card for anything close to the price of the newly released one that got released like last month. So, yeah, no thanks. But yeah, either way. Yeah, needing to switch to new stuff when the old stuff technically still works, but it's just companies deciding to make it not work anymore. It is just genuinely frustrating to me. So, yeah, I need to learn to not procrastinate switching stuff over, because, you know, eventually the extended support for Windows 10 is also going to run out. So, yeah. Yeah. As I said, I need to switch over stuff in my setup. Like, I already have the things I need other than the motivation. Or at least I think I have everything I need. So, anyway, let's just switch to playing Hitman and continue procrastinating, because that's easier. Like, I'll also have to probably reset up all the games I'm playing once I finally switch everything over, in addition to resetting up everything else. So, yeah, I'll just start a Hitman, because for now it works. So, everything's fine. Oh, going to play a game. I haven't started it up yet. Clearly. You gave up on PC gaming. So what do you game on? Because to me, consoles seem like the same exact thing. Like, board games? I guess board games. That way you could just opt out. I mean, playing Doom on a toaster? Why not? But yeah, for me, just... It's just such a big pile of... I'd rather just opt out, but it's not possible. So, I enjoy streaming. So, can't exactly just not be connected to the internet and stream. So, pesky details. Yeah.
Look at this. It seems your brother.
Not saying board games are cheap.
Activities and just smuggling guns for you.
So what is this? Drugs, prostitution, extortion?
I heard rumors of this project in the new channel years ago, but seems they actually have the resources to pull it off. I'm most impressed. Well, what does it say here? An augmented, amplified, and improved version of the
It just feels wrong to skip.
Why would anyone clone a little fool like my brother? Where did this take place?
In some remote location.
I'm sure they spent plenty of money on this cutscene.
Say exactly, but I know how to find it. If you're interested.
Yeah, true, not having like weird copy protection stuff for board games. I guess that helps. I mean, I'm sure some board games have something that's like stuff like for some old games, PC games, or well, DOS games more specifically, them having stuff like stuff that's not really able to be copied with a printer, scanner and printer, like needing to look through it, like special glasses to be able to like see code words that you need to then input in the game.
This guy is damn fantastic. Might be not as strong as me, but
so do you. This, my friend, is Mr. 47.
Yeah, I guess.
47 is nothing but a
Yeah.
rumor.
Yeah.
No one has ever proved that he exists.
You know, I actually saw him in Rotterdam. Didn't know that was him at the time, though, but I did some research.
So you already knew he had been here.
Sort of.
But is he for hire?
Used to be, but I've heard no reports on his activities for a very long time. So, for all I know, he could be dead.
Dead? Ты что, совсем сдурел? This tape proves that he's still alive. Now you just have to make him work for us.
Well, let's go find him then. A killer like that never retires.
Yeah, I mean, for board games, like, I think there are more of them now that are actually single-player board games as well. Because, like, the logistics of multiplayer games, like PC games, already too difficult for me. But the logistics of in-person board games. I mean, I guess if you don't want to play your board games that frequently, then it works. But yeah, for me, when I'm actually like, playing a PC game on a regular basis, yeah, I spend way too many hours on that, like, back to back. And, yeah. Like, I feel like that doesn't really work for multiplayer type stuff in the same way. So, yeah. Anyhow. Single-player board games, I mean, that's like saying, what's the fun in single-player video games? This is the single-player video game. I like it. So, why not? So, like, I guess
47.
Yeah.
This is Diana
That
from
one's decent enough.
Agency. We've been monitoring the small tracking device in the late Hayamoto Jr. We managed to track down Hayamoto Sr. thanks to your fine work. We're quite excited since Hayamoto hasn't been registered in public for more than 15 years. He emerged at one of his castles in central Japan. This makes it a very tricky assignment. You must make your way through some very tough security and bypass a lot of electronic surveillance in order to access the castle undetected. You might need to take out the power grids to the alarm units. The whole area is studded with tripwires, guards, substations, alarm units, guard towers, etc. Strategic planning is extremely important. All their systems are on high alert, so consider your moves in there. Your equipment is hidden in a truck just outside the entry gates.
right.
When you get the equipment, we'll brief you on the position of alarm units as well as guard movements. 47, I repeat, find the truck with equipment, wait for our briefing, get to the castle undetected, and take out the castle alarm before entering.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I'm sure it's gonna be plenty of trial and error. But like in terms of single player board game type stuff, I mean, I've played, like, even not just board games, but like, well, games that are meant to be played as a group, but still figuring out ways to play them by myself, because, I mean, why not? And there are ways. So, yeah. Like, stuff like even Jenga, like, it can be fun on your own. Like, trying to balance that weird tower thing. Oh, well, technically, brick game, unless you're buying the actual licensed version. But, yeah. Like, there's reasons to play that by yourself. So, yeah. Just gotta be creative. I I mean, in terms of playing card games by myself, like, haven't really been able to figure out a way to make that work. Like, I like Spider Solitaire. Never managed to figure it out with actual cards. But I've built a lot of card houses and stuff. So, I guess that counts as a single-player card game. So... Yeah, obviously there are things that you can't really make work, but stuff that's more like a skill-type game... Like, I feel like those still work. So, yeah. And there's some games that have a certain amount of, like, randomization. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Playing it with just one deck of actual real-life cards makes it way more difficult. Because that means you're playing at the highest difficulty setting, and even then it might not be solvable. Because I'm pretty sure there are non-solvable, like, combinations of cards that you can end up with, so yeah. Can't say I've made that actually work with an actual real deck of cards. Can't remember where I ended up getting dropped off at. Like, was it all the way over here? It was somewhere near Guard Tower, I know that. Was it over here? Because that wouldn't be too bad. If I can find a way past this tower. Yeah, I'd say the reason playing at IRL is more difficult is because, like, if you end up with a non-solvable version, like, the Windows version might not even give you those options, and, well, unless you have several decks of cards, you can't play anything other than the highest difficulty. Which, yeah, I struggle on that one. Was there a different map as well? Right, the underground tunnel. And that's the truck. So, need to find the secret passage. Is it even marked on the map? I mean, it's a secret passage, so I guess not. Well, I'll just figure stuff out as I go. So, speaking of figuring stuff out, okay, so that's where I start out on the map. There is this sniper tower, which does tend to cause problems. Like, would you need 4 of them if you're playing with all, like, with all 4 suits? Because I think then it might just be maybe 1 or 2 decks of cards. But then again, I haven't really solved that specific one even that much, like, in the PC version, so, yeah. But I feel like if I had to do, like, a guesstimate on how many you have at the end, like, when they're all stacked up, I think it's 8 of them. But maybe it's more? Maybe it's 12? I think it's 8 there. So that would be 2 decks of cards. So, how could I possibly avoid that sniper? I mean, I'm kind of trying to do that by potentially then being behind that building, but I think the tower is a bit too tall for that to be reasonable. Oh. Is that truck... Where is that going? It seems really close by. And it's not on the map. How does that work? Okay. So I might have been able to climb into the back of the truck. I guess. So... Is that a thing I can do? Like... Sniper tower over there. I was expecting to get shot at. Maybe the sniper was on his lunch break or something. 104 cards. I'm not sure how much a standard deck of cards would have. I mean, I guess I can probably figure it out. Like, would you generally have one joker or more? Doesn't matter. So, would be 1 through 10. And then the 3 extra, so 3 times 4? I think? No, not 3 times 4. 13 times 4. That's what I meant to say. And then plus, like, I guess at least 1 Joker card. Generally. So, will I be able to climb into the back of that vehicle? I mean, it doesn't really say on the map that there's anybody. Silly sniper. Okay, so maybe if I had run a bit faster than that. Okay, so 13 times 4 is 52 already. I guess that makes sense. But I guess... doesn't the standard deck of cards still have more than just those cards? Or am I misunderstanding what a standard deck of cards is? Anyway, restart the mission. There. What a lovely tree. Really admiring the bark. So textured. Yes. Takes a while for that truck to come back over here. Like, yeah, I can't track it on the map at all. I was pretty sure I was seeing people outside the building, but did they go inside? Maybe. I wonder if there's a way to climb up that sniper tower. Because I still want that sniper rifle. If I'm close enough to the tower, it might not be able to reach me, because it looks like the roof? Wait, or is that a different building? Like, it just looks like the tower isn't really built in a way where... I thought the truck got stuck. It doesn't really look like the tower is built in a way to be able to see people who are standing very close to the tower. So. Okay. Oh, come on. Alright. So... I guess I need to wait for it to then turn around. So. Then need this tree. So. I guess I'll aim more for the start of the road. Or I guess I could try and see what happens if I move like this. No, the sniper does not care if I'm sneaking or running. Alright. Noted. What if I just really run for it? No. Okay. What if I do it slightly different? Okay. Nope. I don't think I can... No. No. I can't catch up with the vehicle at that point. Fine. I don't think that's gonna work. Unless maybe I can get even closer. Okay. Yeah. I guess that works. Potentially. Yeah, so you'd need exactly 2 decks of cards then. Makes sense. Yeah. Educational channel. Huh. I guess I'll just save, because no reason to not save, because I mean, otherwise I just have to redo it over and over again, but at this point I'm just trying to figure out stuff. In this case, I'm figuring out that that truck takes ages. Okay. Don't think the lighting in this place makes much sense, to be honest. I don't even see a light source. Like, these shadows just look wrong. Okay. Come on. Yeah, there's no way. But maybe if I manage to get to a more suitable tree. So I guess the one over there? By the time I reach that tree, the truck is probably already on the way. I mean, I hear it, but I don't see it. wouldn't that driver see me? Like, there's no way I can climb in there. Fine. So I guess that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe I just move closer by hiding behind these trees. I mean, it's not been the worst strategy thus far. Like, maybe moving even closer, because I think in terms of the sniper's ability to see my location, closer I am to the tower, the easier it should be for me. The more difficult for the sniper. Okay, I can't really climb in there or anything. So. Or at least I couldn't figure out how. Or why. Okay. So... they're still patrolling, same as always. Well, he was honking while inside the building as well. But on the map, the truck doesn't have any sort of marker that indicates that it's a person driving it. So I think the truck is just kind of there. But I don't think I can be spotted by the truck. I guess it's kind of similar to the scenario I was playing in Commandos behind enemy lines, where, similar situation, like the driver of a vehicle was just not really a properly set up enemy soldier. So, it just kind of ignored my group. So I guess that truck is pretty similar to that. But I just don't have a use for it. Or I haven't figured out a use. I feel like it's parked there for longer this time. Is that just me? I think it's parked there for longer. I mean, as we've established, I'm very bad at estimating the passage of time. But there's no way that it's parking there for that long every time. This feels like ages. So why is it there? I guess I have to save just for the purpose of exploring what's going on here. Like, can I enter the truck? No. Maybe it just broke. Okay. No ability to interact with that. I can't climb under the vehicle. No option to climb in from there, so I don't understand what's going on with that. Yeah, maybe it just broke. The game's trying its best. Maybe the driver just decided that driving back and forth is kind of useless. And he'd rather just stay parked with the engine running. Well, doesn't really count as parked. Vehicle's not moving. It doesn't seem like there's any intention to move. But the fact that the engine is running... Maybe it's an invisible traffic jam. Or an invisible stoplight. That would explain it. Okay. Well, I got away with that for some reason. I'll take it. Neat. So. That guy's potentially gonna be a problem. I think from here I at least don't have to worry about the sniper tower too much. Okay, now he's walking back. I think. Don't know if the other guards are back out again. So. Would they see me? Possibly. Like, I should be able to see them. Yep, there he is. And hopefully the other guy doesn't. They're walking back. He's walking back. Oh, wait. What? Huh? Guards are alerted. Fine, I guess I shouldn't have stopped crouching. Okay. So... wait for those two to not be looking my way anymore. Which I guess would be right around now. Okay. And then I check on that guard. He is closer than I would prefer. So hopefully this works. Is pretty close by, but I think I might have gotten away with it. So, he's only just walking away. Don't know how far behind him he's really checking, so. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Excuse me, truck. There. I managed. So, wasn't there supposed to be stuff in here for me? Or is the truck gonna move? I'm not supposed to be in this truck. Oh, there's my stuff. Right. Is that a sniper rifle? I think that's a sniper rifle. Alright. So I guess they gave me the stuff I wanted. What if I run over at this point? Pretty sure they'll notice, but maybe not. Guess not. Weird. Okay. Definitely need to wait for that guy to turn around again. But now I generally know where the stuff I need is. It's just in a pile next to the truck. But I really thought it was in the truck for some reason. I guess I didn't pay enough attention to the briefing. Oh, I guess I can also
47.
check the
This is
briefing
Diana
again.
from agency. We've been monitoring the small tracking device in the late Hayamoto Jr. We managed to track down Hayamoto Sr. thanks to your fine work. We're quite excited since Hayamoto hasn't been registered in public for more than 15 years. He emerged at one of his castles in central Japan. This makes it a very tricky assignment. You must make your way through some very tough security and bypass a lot of electronic surveillance in order to access the castle undetected. You might need to take out the power grids to the alarm units.
Right.
The whole area is studded with tripwires, guards, substations, alarm units, guard towers, etc. Strategic planning is extremely important. All their systems are on high alert, so consider your moves in there. Your equipment is hidden in a truck just outside the entry gate.
In a truck.
When you get the equipment, we'll brief you on
Definitely
the
said
position
in
of
a
alarm
truck.
units as well as guard movements. 47, I repeat, find the truck with equipment, wait for our briefing, get to the castle undetected, and take out the castle alarm before entering.
False advertising. It's not in the truck. It's next to the truck. Or behind the truck. Definitely not in the truck, though. Okay. It was right here. Yeah, it might have previously been in the truck. Okay, I think I might need to sneak back again because the other guy's gonna turn around any second now. I got stuck on the snow. Come on, move. Nope. Too slow. Okay. I mean, I guess I could even go back to this save. And then just use what I've already learned. That worked. Okay. Neat. Which I guess means that I could save over here instead. Without having wasted any additional saves. Or I could potentially even make it all the way here with just one save instead of two. But it'll be fine. I don't know how long the mission is going to be after this, but... Okay, I'll wait for the guy to at least turn around, so I have the save at a more convenient spot. Isn't he supposed to turn around? There. Alright, now I save. There. And... let's see. I guess I walk instead of sneaking, because... oh. Just need to be efficient. And... yep. Got it. Okay. Very nice. I think I picked up everything. Let's see. Night vision. Do I really need that though? Like, doesn't feel that much more accurate. Oh well. So, I probably want to take out some of the other guards. Wait. There's one missing. Supposed to be 2 here. Odd. Where'd the other guy go? Like... I didn't do anything to break his routine. Did he get stuck in the environment or something? I don't think the night vision has... like... limited power or something, but I do want to not be using it constantly, because it really reduces the field of view. Yeah, the gods are weird. So, yeah, if I take out this guy, then I could take my time to explore this area and have a somewhat convenient way to access this entrance to the underground. So... it seems the exit is all the way over here, so... bit of a long journey. Oh, and the tunnel is full of people. Wow. Somehow I didn't expect that. I expected it to be abandoned. Oh well. Maybe I'm not going through the tunnel. It just looks a bit crowded down there. Maybe up here is actually safer. Okay, I think I should probably take out that guy, but not while this one is nearby. So... I think timing-wise, the next time that this one's back at that spot, the other one is either inside the building or just at a more convenient location. So I think it'll be fine. Okay. There, he turns around slowly and walks back around this area, I think. A bit further. There. Okay. So by the time he reaches around here... well, that guard will be out, but he shouldn't really be able to see me. Wait, who? Who? Who saw me? And how? What? This makes no sense. What did I do? Okay. Guess not. Okay. Nope, that wasn't a headshot. I haven't really used that crossbow before. Clearly there's no time. I'm just not sure how they're seeing me. Because I don't think it's just a timed mission with an invisible timer. So... oh, nope. Missed. Okay, just do that again. come on. It takes so long to reload as well, so if I don't get the first shot perfect, then yeah. Would have needed more target practice with that crossbow. There, got him. Okay. So, is he in the worst location ever, or is this gonna be fine? Okay. Oh, yes! It's my outfit now. Well, actually, I still prefer the crossbow. It's nice and sneaky. But can I... There. Drag that body. Don't think I can really get it out of sight, but maybe just a less noticeable spot. There. That could be potentially an improvement. Okay, I guess I save. Feels weird, but I'll take it. So, I'm the guard now. Which theoretically should mean that they wouldn't be able to recognize me from afar. So, should be able to just walk out in the open as long as I'm not walking right next to the guards. And as long as nobody discovers that corpse. Wait, where is the corpse? It is right there. Huh. I guess the snow kind of hides it. That's good. So, do I want to go down there? I have a save, so I can just explore, I guess. So... I guess the bow kind of works as convenient binoculars, so that works. Still kind of want that sniper rifle, so I'll still check if there's a way into that tower. Yes, it does look cold. Or I guess, actually, when it's snowing, like, isn't there a temperature where it is less likely to snow because it's too cold for it? Because I think there is. Is it, like, below, like, minus 10 Celsius or something? Because I think there is such a thing as it being too cold for snow to be likely. I mean, I don't know all the science behind why, but... yeah. It's possible that there's exceptions. So... like... I mean, obviously I'm not allowed in here. Is that the tunnel? I think that's the tunnel. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, the truck is actually going into the tunnel. Now I know. Yeah, true, I didn't. I just ran past. How rude of me. looks like those snipers for this tower are behind the tower. But I think that's just the map being a bit silly. I don't think they're actually behind the tower. Still want that sniper rifle, but yeah. Kind of difficult when there's no staircase. Well, the thing is, I think Antarctica is mostly ice, not so much snow. So... like... like, fresh snow is a very different texture than just random frozen water. Like, eventually, especially if it's been compacted by stuff, it ends up being comparable, but at the start, at least, it's very different. And I don't know how much fresh snow they actually get in Antarctica. So... and I mean, presumably they also have warmer days, where it's still cold, but not that cold. So, my guess would be that it would snow around then. You get snow for around 2 months of the year? Like, consistently? Only in the mountains, okay. Because there's plenty of places where it doesn't really snow that consistently anymore. It's like, even if it's cold enough in winter, there just not being that much snow because it tends to be more dry. And... oh, right. Southern Hemisphere. Fine. So I guess you're heading into winter right now, or it's already winter. So... yeah, that's not something I'd consider cold. Oh, like for me, 15 degrees is basically my favorite temperature. Because it's like just warm enough to be able to like stand outside wearing like a hoodie and not really needing to worry about like needing to move around too much. Like, let's say you're waiting for like a bus or something. 15 degrees is a perfectly nice temperature to be doing that. But I'd say like 5 degrees, it starts getting a bit uncomfortable, and then if you go below 0, it's definitely not nice to just be standing around outside. And if you go to like -10, then like, well, at that point you'd have to try and like potentially avoid frostbite if you're not moving enough while outside. I guess it like still depends on the person. Some people are more prone to, for example, having their hands get dangerously cold. say, I feel like 15 degrees, really not a bad temperature. Like, it feels like a temperature range where you don't really have to, like, dress for the weather, because however you're dressing for indoors, it's probably gonna be fine for at least a while while being outside. At least if you're used to the temperature range that I'm used to. But I'd say, like, properly cold weather is when you can't walk more than, like, a few meters wearing a short-sleeved t-shirt without your arms feeling like they're gonna freeze. Which, like, if it's windy, like it sounds in this game, I would definitely feel a lot colder, regardless of what the thermometer says exactly. Not sure why the guards noticed me that time. Anyway, I guess I'll try and go through this entrance, because just roaming around outside isn't ideal. So, let's see what happens. There. Okay. So this room is nice and empty. So that is convenient. I don't think it'll stay like that. Or at least I don't know why they would give me hiding spots like that. Welcome back to whatever this stream is. It turned into a bit of a, well, pointing out all the ways in which I'm bad at planning and time management stream. So, yeah. Like, over 30 days after closing the previous poll, I finally updated the bot command to no longer pretend like the previous poll is still running, so progress. Yeah, I'm really expecting that guy to come through that door. Yeah, he's definitely going to do that. So, as long as he doesn't see me back here. He saw me. Pretty sure he saw me. All right. Okay. So even that spot isn't a safe hiding spot long term. But now I know. So I guess I should have used this as an opportunity to immediately run outside. Okay. So, just pretend I'm supposed to be here. And hope the timing works out. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think he'll come out through that door. So technically, once he leaves through here, I could immediately enter through the other door. To try and, like, get some more time to just see what's going on. Oh yeah, that doesn't sound ideal for winter. But I'd say over here, they tend to only design... Oh, you heard me, pretty sure, but... Oh. Did he hear that? I guess he doesn't care. Okay. Yeah. Here it's more that stuff is only designed for winter, not so much for summer. So, for example, they tend to really like windows with glass that only lets heat in but not out. And then they also tend to really like to do giant windows. So, you can imagine that doesn't go so well. So, yeah. Well, depends. Like, I'd say a lot of modern architecture quite enjoys non-openable windows. But here there's also a very strong tradition of having just giant windows at the, like, main living space. It's like a social thing for people. And, like, I believe there was the whole mindset of, like, oh, and you don't even cover up those windows because, like, you're not supposed to have anything to hide, so, like, what are you hiding behind curtains? So, yeah, that whole mindset is really not the greatest fit for if you have windows that only let warmth in, but not out. And then you have very hot, very sunny summers. So, yeah. Mobile air conditioning units sell pretty well this time of year. I'm pretty sure at least some of the summers they ended up selling out of those air conditioning units. I remember reading about it. So, yeah. I mean, it's not like those are even that good, because, like, the whole thing is that you want the warm air to leave without coming back inside, but with a mobile air conditioning unit, you can't really properly seal around that. How did they see me? There is nobody here. I am confused. Like, are they discovering the body? Is that it? No? I'm very confused by this map. Like, maybe it's just a timing thing. I don't know. Like, what if I just try and run, like, through the middle and just run straight towards where the exit is? But yeah, with the mobile air conditioning stuff, like, if you're not really in a position to drill a hole to then connect the mobile air conditioning unit, like, through a wall or something, like, how are you gonna properly insulate it? Because at that point, you're just gonna end up with an open window with hot air coming in. And a lot of waste electricity. So, what's the point? And houses here aren't also... Well, buildings in general, like, they really like putting vents on windows, which... I don't think those work with general air conditioning systems either. So, I don't get it. Stuff just doesn't feel like it combines in any way that makes sense. So... It's like they just kind of forgot that summer exists. But hey, if you pretend it doesn't exist, maybe it doesn't. Yeah, maybe just moving somewhere else during the summer. Or I guess a lot of people do enjoy camping, so... I guess for the people who can afford to spend the entire summer camping, then they might just do that instead. Or just try and spend as much time as possible elsewhere. I mean, I've definitely heard of people who go to, like, shops or something just because that place has good air conditioning. Which I guess turns it into a marketing strategy. Like, would the night vision allow me to see traps that are set? Like, maybe that's why they're all wearing night vision. It's almost like peer pressure from those guards. Like, should I be wearing night vision goggles? I mean, it just looks green, but I'm not saying anything new. So, at least at the moment, I'm not noticing any benefit. Okay. Just keep on walking and hope that guy doesn't care that I'm here. Bundespräsidenten, Stichverwiederholungsverschiebung. Nope. Somehow they noticed me. Somewhere. What? Who? Him, okay. I'm really struggling to understand this mission. Because, like, is it that I'm setting off tripwires or something? Because... like, maybe. guess I'll just wear the night vision goggles and keep wearing them for a while. Maybe that'll explain everything somehow. Okay. It's so flickery. Why did they have to make it flickery? Like, for any of you who are sensitive to flickering stuff, and anyway, just... I'll let you know when I'm done using the night vision. Bam. Not ideal. What is it with early 2000s games and adding flickering lights to stuff? Because, like, the entire circle is flickering. Very noticeably. And there's no practical reason other than, like, because they don't care that some people are sensitive to that. So they just do it for the atmosphere. Yep. That girl also noticed me. So just wearing the night vision did not help. So no more night vision. I don't think there's a point. And no more flickering as well. Way nicer to be able to just see. I mean, for me, like, flickering lights, they're not really the most comfortable things to look at, but they tend not to really affect me, other than just slight annoyance. Like, in some cases, I've gotten headaches from them, which is still pretty annoying. Like, being in a room with a light that's malfunctioning. But I'd say that's usually worse than the instances in gaming. Anyhow, I really do not understand how this alarm system is supposed to work. But then again, in one of the previous missions, they kept on somehow spotting me through closed doors. So... it's difficult to know if stuff is glitching out or supposed to work like this. But I guess I'll have to try and figure it out regardless. Like, whether it's meant to be like this or not. I still need to kind of figure out a way past that. So. Is that where? No. So I want to be going that way. Right. Doing that while also avoiding the guards. Well, I guess I'll just try and blend in somehow. Even though I'm carrying the wrong weapon. And I guess the other strategy would just be wiping everyone out on in the starting area. Maybe that'll stop them from setting off the alarm. Because it's gonna be more difficult to set off the alarm when you're already dead. It's like a weird transparent thing, but I don't... I don't think that's supposed to be a tripwire. I think that's just graphical glitches. Trying to find subtle stuff in a game with graphical glitches. Very easy. No, no, stop doing that. You haven't seen one? Well, I'd assume you're supposed to be able to spot them. But I feel like realistically they'd be way under the snow. Oh, I think it was a joke about the spelling. Not sure if it's a reference to something specific, but yeah. Okay. There is a weird line, but like, is that just graphics or is that a tripwire? Like, genuine question. Is this a tripwire? Or is this just a graphical thing? Assuming that tripwires are visible in this game. Like, there's like a line here. It's... I think it's just graphics. Yeah. Yes, it looks like snow, but like... Yeah, true. I could save. I am just figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing. So if I walk over that specific line, would that do anything? I guess not. So, just graphics. Alright. Because it's difficult to know how they would indicate tripwires, because like... It's snowing. How would the snow not cover a tripwire? Is it just magical snow that falls around tripwires, but not on top of tripwires? That weird white stuff, just salt falling from the sky. Very fluffy salt. I mean, I have heard of instances of, like, ash falling from the sky being mistaken for snow. I haven't personally experienced that, but... does make me wonder if that's vaguely accurate. I mean, I have seen somewhat fluffy ash before, so... Really? You saw snow and thought it was ash? Well, I guess you have experienced the ash version then. Oh. For me, I definitely have not experienced it falling from the sky. Like, I've seen ash like around a campfire that seemed like the texture might be close enough. Yeah, it's not a hot tub. It's just an entrance to a secret tunnel system. Way more boring. Would be nice though. In that weather. Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine Like, in instances where the smoke from, like, a giant wildfire is blown for long distances, the ash might also be blown along with it. I haven't seen it. Could I shoot them down there? I guess technically might be possible. So they are on the other side of this building. No, I don't think I brought any grenades, but I'm also trying to be subtle. Grenades don't strike me as especially subtle. Like, I'm trying to not be discovered. And loud explosions don't usually combine well with that. I mean, I don't know if they'll manage to go for Silent Assassin in this mission, but I still want to strive to go for something close to that. The ash from wildfires can cause more fires because it generates lightning. Okay. That sounds very inconvenient. Yikes. Guess now's my time to walk around the building. They can cause their own weather systems. What? Alright then. Weather is weird. So, how would I ever manage to walk in between there without being discovered? I guess maybe if I aim for this area instead. Fire tornado, I mean, I have specifically heard about those, but would those be caused by fire or just happen to be in a place that already has fire? Because somehow I thought it was the second one. And I'd assume a tornado would also be likely to cause fires, because, like, breaking things. In some cases, flammable things. They are caused by fire. Okay. So not just the, oh, the fire part is caused by the fire, but like it being a fire tornado is also caused by the fire. I mean, I guess the airflow from a fire could affect things. But yeah. Somehow, well, since I've never really had to deal with the physics of a fire that large, I've never really had to think about it. But that sounds terrifying. What is this? And that guy's walking towards me. Probably don't want that. I just really enjoy walking backwards. It's good exercise, I guess. That guy saw me. That didn't work out as planned. What if I just run? I mean, they don't care. What if I run between the guards? Do they care about that? They do care about that. Alright. Noted. Even passing theirs too much. Okay. That sounds like you wouldn't have a lot of time. Like, I've heard about tornadoes, but they're not that common over on this side of the planet. Like, they happen, but not that frequently. Luckily. Feels like the weather patterns over here, like... They still have their flaws, but... Like... We don't have, like, a tornado or hurricane season here. I mean, obviously storms can still happen, but any time of year, really. Guess I could try and run behind the last guy. Would that work out? Maybe. I mean, probably not, but... Feels like it's worth a try at least. Oh boy, I don't know where the other guy is. I should at least have a quick check. Okay. Looks okay. So I guess I just keep running, keep running. Still don't know what the tripwires look like, so maybe they're just not out here. Because it is a lot of snow. Like, would tripwires even work in such deep snow? It feels like they shouldn't. Because wouldn't the snow also set off tripwires? I mean, the heavy snow can, like, collapse roofs. How wouldn't it set off a tripwire? So maybe they purposefully didn't set any tripwires out here. Maybe they're just in the tunnels? Or just somewhere else? Should I be taking out any of the guards? Because the difficult part is that I then also need to hide the body and not get caught while that's happening. But I could try it. That guy's still pretty close by. So, I'll wait for him to turn around. Yep. There. Nope. Even just me walking is enough to set him off. So. There. I think that worked. Did anyone notice, though? I don't think so. Where do I hide body? I mean, I can't drop him down there. There were people down there, pretty sure. Is this hidden enough? I don't know if they actually made the bottom part properly see-through. I'll just hope the game devs didn't do that properly, so. And I guess I can take the ammo. Alright. Hopefully the game devs were not in the mood to like actually make this transparent. Because you can't walk through there. So maybe they can't see through there either. It's possible that that spot is just not gonna be suitable. It is a very large map, yes. Trying my best. What even is this? Just a weird cliff. I guess it's a large boulder? And since the wind is only blowing from the one side, somehow that snow hasn't filled in this gap at all. I feel like the wind wouldn't be that consistent. There would be some snow here. Mirages and blizzards? I mean, I can't say I've been out in a forest like this in the middle of a blizzard. I guess probably been skiing and something that counts as a blizzard. Never noticed any weird visual anomalies other than just not being able to see because there's snow in the way. So. Thinking I'm large, it's large enough distance for them to not see me here. Question is, will they see that guy? They just bend light a bit. I mean, would that be while it's snowing or the snow that's already on the ground causing that? Because while it's snowing, like it's difficult to see much at that point. If there's a lot of snow, it's kind of comparable to dense fog, to where, like, you don't see very far. Yeah, so it was just the air above a layer of snow. Yeah, that makes more sense. I mean, possible that I've seen it before. I've never actively noticed, but like, it's not like I was ever suddenly new to snow. Snow was just a yearly thing. So, maybe for people who first see snow as an adult, maybe it will be more noticeable. Wait, I don't know if I'm supposed to be walking towards me, but... Oh yeah, yeah. Now I saw it. They look very similar from the front to the back. But I guess they didn't find the body, so that worked. Weird. Oh yeah, you definitely want some eye protection. And if you're on a snowy mountain, you definitely also want to be wearing sunscreen. Yes, in the middle of winter. I learned that the hard way. Like, sunscreen is not optional on a snowy mountain in winter on a sunny day. A sunny day. Yes. Because, well, I guess it's in part because the atmosphere is, like, not as much atmosphere to, like, weaken the rays of the sun. But I think part of it is also that it just gets reflected back at you by all of those tiny crystals on the ground. So you get a very even sunburn. No, I was wearing a jacket. But I got a very memorable full face sunburn. So, yeah. It took quite a long time for my skin to not be, well, different colors depending on whether it was tanning in that spot or a very bad sunburn in that spot. So I had very strange tan lines around my face for, I think, over a year or something. It was bad. Don't get bad sunburns.
Yummy! Yummy!
Okay, so I guess I've run out of this spot. To avoid any issues with that guy. Ah, the blood got covered by snow. Neat. I don't think they care about the blood, but I guess if they did, that would solve that problem. Okay, so if I could get rid of that guy, that would make things easier in this area. So maybe when he walks back towards that section, maybe that's when I could take him out. But it does take a while. Oh, wow. He walks over that way? That guy goes on quite the hike. Like, I think he goes all the way over here, even. Like... It's covering a lot of distance. Okay. I mean, running back and forth like that in a snowstorm. That sounds quite exhausting. I mean, it's cold and it's windy. and walking through such deep snow is, let's say, it can be a bit difficult. So, yeah, it's just not really an easy thing all around. So, yeah, I guess it just feels strange that they walk further than they do on any other mission. They specifically do that in the middle of a snowstorm. Such overachievers. How far does he go? He's still going. Would be great if I could tag guards so I could have an easier time figuring out just how far he goes in the other direction, but he goes for ages. Like, that's the longest patrol route I've seen in this game. Or the previous game. Probably the longest patrol route I've seen in the franchise. He's still going. I mean, they're all getting their steps in, but like, that guy is just traveling long distances instead of patrolling back and forth. Too boring for him. But he's still going. Or is that him? I guess I lost track. No, I'm pretty sure that's him. Still going. Still going. Still going. Will he ever turn around and head back? Or was that him? Because that guy's kind of working in that direction, but like, regardless, I'm so confused. Since when do they walk anywhere close to that far? Alright then. I really don't know which one it was anymore. Just one of those four. Wait. There's more of them? Okay then. So there's just a large hiking group of guards. Maybe they're having their yearly company hiking trip in the snowstorm. Wait. Where are they going? Because it didn't tell me that the guards were alerted, so... all of them suddenly... like... what is going on? Like, are they gonna come over to this side as well? And leave basically no guards on the other section. It seems like it. Is the game malfunctioning? Like, why are they all coming this way? I am so very confused. Yeah, they're coming over here. And I don't think we've had any of them walk back yet, so... like, do they travel back through the underground tunnels? Because... like... there's really not that many guards left there now. This is very confusing. Like, how am I ever supposed to keep track of individual guards if they all... yeah, maybe it's a shift change. That would, I guess, explain the sheer amount of movement happening, but that's a lot. How would you ever keep track of their patrol routes if they keep on doing stuff like this? Just patrolling all the way to the other side of the map, and their 30 closest colleagues do the same thing. Wait, is that guy walking faster? Did he see something? I feel like he's walking faster. Or is that just his walking speed? Yeah, it's just his walking speed. Alright. That's a relief. But I'm still confused by this area and just how many people pass through here. I mean, maybe it really was a shift change, because I guess that means there might be a new guy who's supposed to then follow that guy's path, which might be this one. Because I don't know if he originally went back close to the building. Makes me wonder if I could eventually take out the entire, like, group of guards by just taking out one specific position whenever a new guard pops up there. I mean, it would take ages, obviously, but I feel like it is the same patrol route as the other guard. The one I killed. But I feel like there's another guard missing on this patrol now. Because I really don't know if the other guy went that far back before. Like, there were 3 of them patrolling around here. Approximately. So I'm thinking this might now be the replacement for that guy. This might be the one who was at the front? Or maybe the second one. Maybe the position at the front is the one that's now unoccupied. I'm just... yeah, I don't know what's going on. Things are changing. Probably not too many hiding spots in that area. So I don't think I'd want to be in that section while there's so many guards here. So I mean, maybe I could do something about the sheer number of guards. More of the long distance travelers coming back. So I know these 2 are the guards that were patrolling this area. Are they gonna now continue walking that way? Like, are they actually being switched out right now? Or are they gonna change course and go over here? I mean, they are still going. Yeah, I think they're getting switched out. So I guess they potentially sent over a new set of the 3 guards. They might now do that patrol route. It's very intriguing if that's how it works. So would they now notice that corpse? Oh, that guy's coming way back here. I didn't say anything. Yeah, I think this guy originally went further back than he now did. But now I'm not sure. No? Same spot. And they're still patrolling in this area. Nothing makes any sense. I'm just getting more confused. And now they're just going over there. Okay. So they're just on a completely different patrol. Yeah. Alright. Sure. Maybe I could take out that last guy. No, I don't think I have a decent shot. If they were standing still, sure, but with them walking and the snow being, well, not exactly a flat surface, makes it kind of difficult to aim at them. Even if the range of the crossbow would allow for it. Wait, so now... Wait, why is it 3 of them again? Is one of them not supposed to be in this group? I mean, when the mission description said that this one would require a lot of planning, like... I mean, for now it just requires figuring out what's even going on with those guards. Because what are they doing? I feel like this one's moving even slower. So, is one of them not part of this group? Maybe this one. Because it did seem like he was the fastest out of the group of 3. So I think he'll now go... same route as the others. Yep. So... yeah, I'm not sure they really do shift changes. I think they just have some guards that do very long patrol routes. So I think that's what's going on here. And I'm at 28 bolts for my crossbow. Not sure if there's any way to get more of them. Don't know how many guards there are. I mean, probably more than 30, but can't zoom out any further than this, so difficult to count them. Like, I can try and get a general idea. Pretty sure those 2 guards are still patrolling in and out of that building, so I'll count them. The snipers, I guess I won't count, because I'm not sure I'll be able to shoot them without setting off an alarm. Maybe the sniper towers have some alarm system built in. So, I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think those are both snipers. 6. Already shot that one, so I don't have to count him. 7, 8. Don't know if that one's a sniper, so I'll assume he isn't. So, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And... well, I guess I can try and just go this route. So that would be like 17, if I count those 4. And then not much patrolling going out around there, so I might just be able to get away with it. Like, I don't have to kill 28 guards to get to where I want to go. Or where I think I want to go. Because I'm not even sure if reaching that spot is going to be the end of it. Because I was supposed to turn off the power somehow, but how?
47. This is Diana from Agency. We've been monitoring the small tracking device in the late Hayamoto Jr. We managed to track down Hayamoto Sr. thanks to your fine work. We're quite excited since Hayamoto hasn't been registered in public for more than 15 years. He emerged at one of his castles in central Japan. This makes it a very tricky assignment. You must make your way through some very tough security and bypass a lot of electronic surveillance in order to access the castle undetected. You might need to take out the power grids to the alarm units. The whole area is studded with tripwires, guards, substations, alarm units, guard towers, etc. Strategic planning is extremely important. All their systems are on high alert, so consider your moves in there. Your equipment is hidden in a truck just outside the entry gates. When you get the equipment, we'll brief you on the position of alarm units as well as guard movements. 47, I repeat, find...
Wait, so the equipment on the guard is... on the truck. The equipment on the truck, I guess, wasn't this one. I guess it is over there. So I guess it's actually inside a truck this time. But I didn't catch any information on where the power
47
thing is supposed to be.
Diana from
Like a
agency.
generator or
We've been
transformer.
monitoring the small tracking device in the late Hayamoto Jr. We managed to track down Hayamoto Sr. thanks to your fine work. We're quite excited since Hayamoto hasn't been registered in public for more than 15 years.
There's blood on the picture.
He emerged at one of his castles in central Japan. This makes it a very tricky assignment. You
Yeah.
must make your way through some very tough security and bypass a lot of electronic surveillance in order to access the castle undetected. You might need to take out the power grids to the alarm units. The whole area is studded with tripwires, guards, substations, alarm units, guard towers,
The power
etc.
grids to the alarm units. How? Where? What do the alarm units look like? What does the power grid I'm supposed to take out look like? 'Cause, like, it's not giant above ground wires. Or at least I don't see them. Like, but when I think of the power grid, I think of rather large cables. Which, I mean, I don't see them. This doesn't feel like the area where they bury cables underground. I mean, it's a mountain range. Feels like a shorter path to just route the cable over the mountain instead of having to figure out where to dig. It's like... it's gonna be a very long... You're gonna have to dig for ages. If you try and dig to, like, lay a cable here. So, where's that power grid thing that I'm supposed to take out? Like, I'm guessing that's just the entrance, or the other end of that tunnel. And that building over there. So I don't think that has anything to do with the power grid. And, like, to me this just seems like it's all just one road. So I don't think that has anything to do with the power being routed around. I guess maybe they use the tunnels in terms of that's where the power cables are, but I don't know. And that one's, well, not unoccupied. But assuming the cables were just out in the open, I mean, I could shoot at them. But other than that, I don't have explosives to blow something up. So maybe there's just a very convenient power switch somewhere that could just switch off. So, like, that part of the tunnel doesn't really seem very useful to go there. And this one's just really crowded. Like, I think that's the one I'm closest to at the moment. Yeah, pretty sure. So this one right here. Wait, what's that guard? Oh, right. Sniper. I just zoomed out so far that I couldn't see the sniper tower anymore. Which, I guess I can zoom out. The game was a mystery. I mean, maybe it would be easier to go there from that last section instead of crossing above ground. So that would be like 5 guards, I think, that I really need to deal with. Whereas up here, getting from here to there, well, I guess 6 guards, because I probably also need to deal with that guy. But still. 6 is less than, like, the other option. Or at least it feels like a less risky version of the plan. Okay, that guy's also walking around. So I'll try and keep an eye on how far he goes before he turns around. Because... okay, he's already turning. So I guess I'll try and take out that guy. And hope that that sniper won't notice anything. Because if the sniper sees me killing guards, I feel like that's not going to be the most subtle thing to be doing. I mean, I am wearing the right uniform, but I don't think the guards are supposed to be murdering each other. So... still haven't figured out what the tripwires would even look like. Okay. So he's heading back again, I think. But maybe I could just walk past that guy. It's just one guy. Instead of having to avoid a large group. I guess wherever I kill him shouldn't be in sight of the snipers. Which... well, currently wouldn't be. But the snipers also supposedly are watching the other direction, not this one. So, maybe I can just take him out. I guess I'll take the risk and potentially end up shooting him in a spot where the snipers could see him if they looked out the window. So I hope the snipers aren't looking out the back windows. Just the ones they're supposedly pointing at. I mean, the odds of me managing to do this shot on the first try, they're not great. I'll just try and sneak into a better position. And just hope for the best. Yeah, that's too far. Well, actually... some of the time, he seems to be shaking a lot more than others. Somebody walked through a door.
Yummy!
Oh, he saw me. Shouldn't have risked that. So.
Yummy!
I know. Didn't run early enough. I guess actually... do I want to go back here? I think so. This is actually closer to what I want to try. Okay. Sounded like the sniper was coughing. Maybe I can get away with this. Got him. So I guess the answer is yes. Because I haven't really seen any other guards back here. So... that's pretty good. And I didn't even have to kill one guy over here, so... just 2 corpses. Still got 28 bolts left. Very nice. And yeah, that sniper does not care. But even if he did, this tree's blocking the view as well, so... guess it's fine. Can't take that guy's outfit, but I also don't need to. Should I drag him out of this spot? I guess if people were to start patrolling this area, then it could cause some issues. So if I just take him to a spot that's even further away, maybe that's gonna be enough. And he'll just be my good luck charm that... maybe he'll help me not find the tripwires by setting them off. So he should probably know where they are. Just a bit preoccupied at the moment, so... maybe the presence of his corpse is gonna be enough to protect me from the tripwires. I don't know if they actually allow guards and such to use ladders in this game. I think they might not. So I might not need to worry about guards coming out of that building. Because I don't think in any of the missions, any of the guards or NPCs ever climbed a ladder. So... like, maybe while following me at some point, but not as part of a patrol. So. I don't think anyone would patrol this far. But I can still hide him near the building at least to lower the odds of him being discovered. Still not noticing anything that seems like it could be a tripwire. So... it is weird that this area is just barely guarded at all. But oh well. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna discover that body. Really far away from anything else. Let's see. If they did at some point have a guard checking back here, would they have them go all the way back here? I feel like they'd stop here at most. So, my guess is that hiding the body next to the tunnel entrance should be good enough. Just like there. Yeah, I don't think that would ever be discovered. Okay. I guess I'll save here, because I just don't want to have to redo that over and over again. And I think you have 2 saves left, which is not much. But I might manage to make it work. Alright, so currently not in the room with the ladder, but about to be in there. And then gonna walk back out again, but I'll have to wait for that. So yeah, the plan is basically... well, those guards might be a problem. Didn't think about those. I guess I'll find out. Maybe there's a way to hide from them. Alright. Now's the time to climb down that ladder. Nope. Now's the time to climb down that ladder. Maybe you could even manage to kill guards with fiber wire in here. If I can get the timing right. So... yeah, that just means I drop my crossbow. Okay. So... I guess I drop my crossbow back here, so it won't immediately be seen. There. But it should be easy enough for me to find it again. And then I'll hide right around here. Okay. So this might just work. Potentially. Guards do walk very slowly. So, I'm not sure if I can stay undetected for long enough. I will find out. I mean, technically that could have potentially worked. But I don't think there are really any hiding spots out here. And yep, heading for the door. Nope, nope. Too many buttons pressed. There. But he didn't even open the door. Cheater. Okay. So maybe I could get the timing right. Well, maybe I could shoot him from up here. Is that even an option? Like, I can definitely see him. Maybe. Wait, what if I wonder if those are the power lines. I don't think so. Stop that. Okay. So now he's entering this area. That did not work. Like, doesn't even... Is it a possibility? I don't know. I'll just keep on trying. Maybe from this? Oh. I guess near the ladder is just the only option I really get. Really? No. Like, I don't think he's getting hit. I'll try one last time. But I think it's just not possible. Would have been fun. No, I don't have a sniper rifle. I think it's a machine gun. The other one. No. I clearly should have brought a sniper rifle. The other guy's machine gun is quite a while away. Guess I'll... how do I drop stuff? Can't remember what button it was. Don't know. But I guess I can just equip something else there. That works. But there was a button to drop stuff that's been held, but I don't know. I'm just bad at remembering keybinds and stuff like that. should be somewhere back here. No. I think... No. Not there. No, it was behind some trees. I think it was here. I don't see the gun, so... I guess that's not an option. What is that? No, no, that's a shadow. Stuff's weird. Okay. Might have been behind these trays here. Anything I could possibly pick up here? Nope. So... guess not. No. Oh, there it is! That was kind of hidden. Alright. Found it. But I'm pretty sure that's a submachine gun? Which I don't think it would have a better range. But I still wonder what happens if I shoot the pipes with that. Just want to see if there's any point to using it. Nope. Didn't need to do that. Really? Difficult to even aim there. Right. Silly ladder. Getting in the way of things. I think this one's just point and shoot. It's like... no. No, I don't think that's destroying anything. Just leaving bullet holes. Pretty sure the alarm system is just fine. Sorry about the flashing lights. But yeah, I don't think that's gonna do anything. As for something else I could try... maybe if I'm partially down the ladder. Like I can't shoot while on the ladder, sadly. I was hoping that might be an option, but I mean, I could probably climb with one hand, but I don't think you can shoot a crossbow with just one hand. Or at least, you wouldn't be able to load a crossbow with one hand, I think. So... Any better hiding spots available? Not really. I mean, I could just shoot him out there. That is technically an option. I might just go for that option, I guess. So, when he walks back out, he eventually ends up, like, walking to around here, then turning his back, and then walking there. If I can get the timing right, I might be able to shoot him right when he's around here. Because it should be a fairly easy shot, all things considered. Hopefully that other guard is not gonna be dangerously close at that point. They are kind of walking this way. Not the best timing for that. Are they turning around now? Kind of. Alright, so at least not standing right next to me as I'm doing this. Okay. I'll get ready at the door. So. Should see that guard over there. I'm getting a bit worried. Did I miss something? It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, there he is. Okay, so now he should turn around and not be facing me for a second. There. Perfect. Did it. Exactly as planned. Alright. And he's even kind of hidden in that spot. Planning. It helps. So, can I take your outfit? Because that looks different from mine. Yeah. And same weapon as the other guy. I didn't really like that guy's weapon, so eh. Okay. Probably need to take out those three. I'm definitely running low on my number of saves, because I used a few of them right at the start. Silly me. But maybe I could blend in. I don't know. And that guy's just staring towards that door, not even moving around. So that will complicate things. And those three, well, I'll just at least look outside, see if there's any potential hiding spots. Okay, so it's an area with those pillars again. So I might be able to hide between the pillars. Still don't know what the tripwire might look like though. Oh, there's a truck. Oh. Can I climb in there? Yes, I can. I don't know if this truck goes anywhere. But I am now hiding inside of it. No, I have not played it, but I also haven't seen the movie yet. So, it has been suggested in the past, but it sounded like it was very connected to the movie, which I haven't seen. So. I mean, it's a good hiding spot. Exactly. So, I believe I've heard something along those lines before, so. Yeah. I'm not even sure if Blade Runner is available on any platform at this point. I haven't checked. Well, I think I checked at some point, but also keeps changing, so. No clue. Maybe I can find a physical copy of it at some point. The movie. Yeah, I was talking about the movie. I'm guessing the game is on GOG. Hopefully. Or Steam. But yeah, it feels like in some cases, ironically, video games are more reliably staying on specific platforms than movies. Because movies and shows keep on being handed around between the different platforms. Just, yeah. It gets very confusing. So it seems they walk back and forth between those pillars. Still nobody discovering the corpses I left behind. That's good. Wait. Are they glitching out? Or are those 3 guards now occupying the exact same spot? Are they doing acrobatics? Like, I know some people are athletic enough to, like, have somebody stand on their shoulders, but, like, this would be somebody standing on someone else's shoulders and then have somebody else stand on their shoulders. As in just 3 people. Impressive balancing, if that's what they're doing. I should check what's going on over there. Because what are they doing? Oh. Now they're all patrolling as one? Okay then. Well, they still haven't split apart yet, so... Would I be able to kill all 3 guards in one shot if they're all taking up the same exact physical space? Like, did they actually, like, did the 3 guards somehow merge? Will I have to shoot them 3 times? Games, they make perfect sense sometimes. Not seeing anyone at the end of that tunnel. Oh, now they're splitting up again. So, I guess they were taking up the same exact space for a while there. Weird. Still looks like they're walking too close. It Yeah, the map makes me feel like these 3 guards are not where they should be. They are impossibly close together. And are they gonna merge into one again? Well, they did for a second again. Yep, they merged into one again. Oh, no, 2 of them merged. 3rd one is lagging behind. Strange. But maybe this time I can actually see it. So... binoculars, maybe? Okay. Can I see them from here? Hope so. The interface is kind of in the way. Okay, they're now heading over here. 'Cause I think I might see them around there. Or maybe I just don't get to see them at all. Okay. There. Yeah, okay, so they are just walking really close together, but seemingly not actually in the same exact spot. I think they walked around that pillar. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Is this risky? Yeah. Very. Wait, gap in the wall? Nothing to see here. Yeah, possibly far away. But maybe I can manage to not be noticed by them. Coming back now. So, do they have a specific pattern I can keep track of? Yeah. So, I think they're switching back and forth. So, like, walking around this side. So I'll have to hide on this side of the pillar, I think. So, there. Can't see me, 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 can't see me. Did it work? Oh, maybe. And now I run. Risky, but needs to be done. Okay. Maybe I got away with it. Do I want to let them go past again, though? Like, not really. Quite stressful. Okay. Where's the 3rd one? There's the 3rd one! There's the 3rd one. That was close. But it almost worked, weirdly enough. But now they're not glitching out like that anymore, so... yeah. Might end up being a lot more difficult now, actually. But maybe they can end up glitching out again, because that would be more convenient for me. Okay. Nothing to see here. I guess I could... It's risky, but... I feel like it's too risky. Yeah, I'll just try and do the same exact thing again. Maybe in the meantime, those three can glitch out again. Because when they're all walking really close together, that makes it way easier. I wonder if it had anything to do with the fact that I hid in that truck? Or if it was just completely random? Or if it's just a glitch I can't recreate, or... I don't know. But at least there is a pattern to how they patrol. Just the spacing between them that I'm not quite sure about. Because now they're spaced apart a fair amount. Okay, so they walk back around this spot. Like that's when they start walking back. That's at least easier to remember now. Didn't really notice it quite as clearly on the map before. Especially the fact that they all turn around at the same spot. Which could make that a potential spot for me to try and take them out. At least on the last one when he's up there. I don't know. Okay. Need to wait for the right opportunity. Yeah. He's on his way. And then turning around. Okay. There. And got him. Just as smooth as before. Very nice. Yeah, so at this point he is quite far away from the other two. So if they keep that spacing, I might be able to make that work. And I wanted your outfit. Thank you. Because I'm pretty sure that other group is also wearing the darker uniform. So... I mean, if I had a proper sniper rifle... I feel like taking those three out would be a lot easier. But I guess staying hidden would still be difficult. I'm guessing they are also wearing the night vision goggles, because... Oh. So, that one should be turning around in a second. There. So, now I can hide behind the truck again. Or in the truck if I want. I mean, just in case that made it glitch out. And I think then I was looking at the different maps, so like checking what's going on up here, and then checking back down here. Nope. So it might have just been random coincidence. Yeah. I think it was just coincidence. But in general, when I find glitches, I want to try and recreate them. Never worked as a test player, but I guess... just like testing things. Can't see him from here when he turns around. He's already walking back. And the others are already heading this way. Oh, you mean this game? Because I'm pretty sure it was released in 2002. So, wrong decade. I guess wrong century as well. Yeah, this would be amazing for 91. It's more late 90s that they were starting to do 3D stuff, but nothing that looks like this. At least, I haven't seen any examples of anything similar to this level of 3D in the early 90s. I mean, the fact that I've been playing retro games for... well, streaming retro games for... increasing number of years. Yeah. I'm starting to get to the point where I can guesstimate at least which part of which decade a game was released in. At least for the games that try to be like on the cusp of emerging new technologies. So, if it's a game that's like a pixel art point and click game that was released in like the early 2000s, which I'm not sure if there really are that many, but if there were, I might not be able to tell on that. But yeah. Most of the fancy looking point and click games are more early 90s, and then I think mid 90s is more when it goes into FMV, and then early 3D stuff. Doom was in 93. Okay. I haven't played Doom yet, but it does feel like a very different level of 3D. Because, like, nothing like this. Like, I think the early 3D game that I've played... I mean, I've played Gabriel Knight 3, which just feels too early. Like, the glitchiness of that game is remarkable. And, like, Ultima 9 is a somewhat early one out of the 3D games that I've played. But yeah. I don't know if I've played any that are earlier than that. And I feel like stuff like, Myst, that's not really the same either, because it's more pre-rendered stuff. And you stand in predetermined spots. It's not just walking around in a 3D space. But I'm also not sure when the first Myst game was released, so... Yeah, Black and White is also early 3D. Can't remember when the first one was released right now. But I did play it. Yeah, it's another very janky one. but it's more of a top-down view game, so you don't experience the early 3D in quite the same way as when you're closer to ground level with the camera. I'd say for most of the gameplay, it's more zoomed out. 2001, okay. First Mist was 93 as well, okay. Yeah, so I'd say Mist is kind of 3D in certain ways. It's just very pre-rendered, predetermined types of 3D. So. Yeah, exactly. Like, not just pre-rendered, I'm pretty sure you can't walk around freely. You can only click to walk to a specific spot in the scene, and then look around. Which is very different. Mods to get the game running, I don't think so. Or at least not stuff that counts as mods. I did have to do some of the basic fixes in addition to getting the game from GOG. But yeah, I think this one had there was something like one of the things that make the game work was outdated, and there is a fix for that available if you know how to strategically look stuff up on internet search engines. So, yeah. I can't give the exact name of the thing, but, yeah. Like, for the most part, it wasn't too bad to get it running. And for some games that, like, for example, the first Black and White game, for that one, there's a fan patch available. So, not really what people would consider a mod of the game. But, yeah. So it also pays off to look for those if they're available. Yeah, for me it's already been like, I think 2 months or something since I set up this game, so yeah, I can't tell you the exact name of the thing anymore. It's just not something my brain can do. That information just floats off into the void. Like, I basically can figure it out again, but yeah, I don't memorize these specific steps. So these two are now walking quite close together. So could potentially make it work. Because now it's at least 2 groups instead of 3 separate guards patrolling. Yeah, quite possible that I got the information on the Steam forum. Like, even for a lot of the GOG games, a lot of the time the information I need to get them running ends up being on the Steam forum. So, yeah. Sometimes even for games that aren't available on Steam, which is strange. But, eh. People just like the Steam forum, I guess. Or maybe games used to be available on Steam but aren't anymore. Okay, maybe I could take out the first guy now. It would be so nice if I could save at this point. No. Okay, so I think I'll try and hide a bit closer to the area in question. So, like, that pillar would be safe to hide behind. Thought I was hearing a weird, like, car alarm adjacent sound in-game. Just like way in the distance. I was trying to figure out if that was the alarm system going off. I don't know if those lights are supposed to be red, so... Maybe somebody did set off the alarms. I don't know. I'm not actually one of the guards, I just look like it. Is that the sound of a plane? It's just... I don't know. There's some sort of sound effects happening that I don't get. Like, it's definitely the game. I don't just have very bizarre background sounds here. So... something going on around this area in game, potentially. Because it just sounds strange. I don't know what that sound is supposed to be. Okay. So, walk around that pillar. And then turn around. I guess I could potentially make that shot work. Yeah, I also hear the truck, but... I just feel like there's some other background sounds layered in. Yeah. I mean, the game is probably glitchy too, so... Just feel like I'm hearing a jet engine or something layered on top of the truck sound. It doesn't sound like a vehicle like that would make it sound like that. Unless something's horribly wrong. It's not super loud, so it's probably also going to be difficult for you guys to hear it. Like, I'm trying to protect you guys' eardrums and not just ramp up the game volume to maximum and then, well, as soon as there's an explosion or shooting or something, yeah. Trying to avoid that. My own eardrums, on the other hand, well... I mean, especially when games like this one have the audio glitch out. That's just uncomfortably loud. I think I've definitely had some painfully loud audio glitches in some games. Oh, ow. I didn't get him. There. Probably not a good idea. Nope, nope, not drag him. It took so long. Maybe I got away with it? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know where the other guards are. They are coming over here. So, I think I might get away with it if I drag him on this side. La-di-da, I see them in the distance. Just hope they don't see me. La-di-da. And don't investigate the weird crossbow that just happened to be deposited on the ground for no reason, right next to blood. Don't worry about that. Yep. Well, they're already leaving, so I guess it worked. Well, I don't think this will count for Silent Assassin, but who cares? Who cares? It's fine. And the crossbow, that's just some sort of part of a truck that happens to look like a crossbow. Or just fell off a truck. I guess that's a better explanation. Alright. There. Guess I'll drop that weapon, because I don't want to use it. There. Want my crossbow back. Hope they didn't steal it. Can't imagine that. Guards stealing my weapon? Well, it seems like it's still there. But they are heading back over here, so I'll have to wait for them to do another round just to be as safe as possible. But now it's just two of them, so... fewer guards to try and avoid. There. I am surprised that other guard was just patiently waiting while I was reloading my crossbow. But I guess that was nice of him. Okay, there they are. And heading back through. I feel like the guards above ground would have shot several times while I was reloading. Maybe I was standing so far away that it somehow didn't work? Or maybe partially behind the concrete pillar. There, my crossbow, thank you very much. Okay. Might be slightly easier just because now there's two of them. Oh, that guy does patrol around. Huh. Wonder if he was stuck before. Because he was standing right here, looking that way, for an extended period of time. So. Don't know if that was a glitch or just me not paying enough attention to what that specific guard was doing. But I was very clearly walking around. Would make it way easier. I think it was even like right around here. Looking that way. Now he's still just on the same patrol route as the other guards. Well, as the other ones in areas like that. So. Let's see. Will I be able to not be caught by those two? And can I afford to risk a save on it? I have 2 saves remaining. I guess I'll risk it. Because it didn't seem like it was too heavily guarded in the other area. But getting past these two might actually take me a couple of tries, and the previous save is... well, like, in real life time, it's 50 minutes ago. More than 50 minutes ago. So, I'll do it. So... I'm still hearing that weird sound. I feel like the weird jet engine type sound is getting louder. Don't know if that means anything. Well, now it's quieter again. But yeah. I do feel it's getting more noticeable. Okay. Right. So, they patrol between here and there. Pretty much exactly. And since they are somewhat close together, maybe I can get away with the, kind of playing hide and seek with them. So, that means I'll have to hide on this side of this pillar. So as soon as the second guy is... yes. There. They're walking through. Come on. Wait. Am I... yeah. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. Ah. Okay. Right. Still have a bit of time. A truck. Interesting. So maybe I could sneak through here. Maybe those guards up there won't actually notice me. Yeah, they seem kind of distant. Alright. I might be able to get through that door without being spotted. And I don't think they would spot me at this point. Like, there's a truck in the way. Okay, So I'll want to enter this area through that door. So then the question's gonna be which spot that the guard stands in would I want to go for shooting the guard. I mean, that would have been a good one. It's like, if I was right on the other side of that door. Plenty of opportunities. So, that should work out. It does mean I'll have to wait till the guard loops back around again. Just to be absolutely safe. Now I'd walk around there, then back there, then look either this way or that way once he's on the corner. Right, that way. Then he walks back again, through the door. And then, I think, next, walking into this room again. Without too much time in between. No? Didn't walk in there. Really? Does this card skip that part? Sure hope that I would be able to use that ladder. If that ladder's broken, I'll be very annoyed. Wait, he also doesn't... He doesn't enter this room either. Alright? Weirdly convenient patrol route for that guard. There has to be a catch. Why would that guard have a more convenient patrol route than any of the other guards? At least for the purpose of shooting him with a ranged weapon. Oh well. So, anything hidden in here? I don't see anything. Okay. Seems fine. So... do you think that guard genuinely does not open this door? I could be wrong, because in some cases the tracking of guards on the map seems a bit wonky. Yep, see the shadow moving. Yep, there he goes. That would have been a fairly clean shot. And like even now I could probably manage. Yeah. Oh, there's a truck there. Okay. Not what I expected. So he's patrolling around a truck. Interesting. Okay. Why not? That might make it even easier, actually. Because that means while he's walking back there, he wouldn't be able to see me in his peripheral vision. So, yeah, should be fine. I might even be able to not kill that guard. Just by hiding on the other side of the truck. I really didn't expect the game to make stuff easier this far into the mission. But I guess I'll take it. Okay, yep, there. So now I just need to choose what I want to do. Oh. I heard something. Okay. So I do need to be careful. He does have good hearing. Or did he switch directions for some reason? Hmm. It's a mystery, but I'm already pretty sure I won't manage to get the Silent Assassin rating, so that's alright. Is he gonna loop back around now? Maybe? Yeah, so I was probably being too noisy. Because quite sure he heard me. But at least now all I'd have to do is open the door. Did move a tiny bit. I don't know if that was a mistake. I think it worked. Yes. So. Oh, come on, I missed. Out of all the times to miss. All the times. Why now? Alright then. Okay. I'll just do this part again. At least this part is fairly predictable. Are they further apart in timing now? I don't know. Maybe reloading helped fix part of the glitch. That would be a shame. So... don't know if it's safe to go much further than this. Just feels a bit risky. Okay, so they'll go around that side. So I'll have to hide on that side of the pillar here. So as soon as that guy turns the corner. Just... that was risky timing. Did they notice anything? I don't think so. Where'd the second guy go? Wait. Alright. I'll take it. La-di-da. Alright. Okay. So. I mean, maybe I do want to just sneak around the truck here. Wrong timing. Wrong timing. Ah. That could have already been enough. That was way too risky. I'm just worried about him hearing me if I move any faster than this, so... I mean, I could just... potentially take the risk to take that shot. We'll just try and not get caught. Everything's fine. This is fine. There's nothing to worry about. Okay, so as soon as he moves that way after standing in that spot. Yeah. So now. Probably gonna see his boots. But yeah. Oh, his shadow. Yeah, I don't know if I'm far enough. I don't know. Ah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now's the time. Okay. Nobody heard anything. Hopefully. He is just walking normally, so I think I got away with it. Okay. I'll just rest in this room for a little bit. But yeah, it seems he's just doing his usual routine now. So that's good. Alright. So that should be right around here. And then I need to hope that I can, like, head, like, around there. Behind the building. And get away with that somehow. So, maybe it'll work. I have one more save, so... I'll at least try and see if this is even possible. Like, is it blocked off? Doesn't look like it. I think that's just the roof. Yeah. I hear wolves. That's always a good sign. So... I don't think anyone should be patrolling here. There are quite a few trees. I think that's my shadow. Slightly unsettling. Quite a few trees, so I'm thinking this might be manageable. I'll risk using up my last save. Alright, so I very much want to go behind this building, then up there, and just stick as close to the mountain range as possible. So that means in this area, well, I guess I can try and have a sneaky look at the... Oh, there they are! Whoops. Well, good thing there's a lot of trees on the way. Okay. That's fine. They didn't see me. Are those lights? Like, giant floodlights or something? Yeah. I think that's what those are. Okay. So I'll have to try and be sneaky even with those giant floodlights pointed at where I want to go. Got it. But I don't really want to sneak in between there. That seems even riskier. Oh well, it'll be fine. And hopefully the wolves aren't feeling especially hungry today. And how? Okay. I was wondering how far that soldier would walk, but not nearly as far as I expected. So... just can't really see those soldiers over there. For some strange reason. Like... where are they? Are they just out of sight? Right. I can't see them at all. Okay. So maybe it would have been easier to walk around there, because I'm not sure where those soldiers are. I've got to save, so should be fine either way. Unless I missed some essential detail about what I was supposed to be doing. So, there was supposed to be a truck parked near the gate somewhere. No clue where those two guards are supposed to be. So... I'll just keep walking back here. That sniper is not looking in my direction. Some sort of sound effect, but I don't know what that was. Still don't know what the tripwire looks like. Or at least I don't think I've encountered any. Looking quite far out in the open here, but... so where's that truck? Is that truck inside that building? Are they guarding the truck? Is that the truck I need? Because I don't see the truck. Supposed to be near that gate, I think. Oh well. I'll just keep on going. Like... those weird boxy looking things. Are those something important? I could have maybe cut power to the lights by interacting with those boxes. I'll just approach one of them. See if there's anything I can do. I don't really see any tripwire. Does this have an off switch? No. Fine. Guess not then. What am I even doing out here? Looking for a truck in the middle of a snowstorm. And there's no truck. Should have just continued his career as a gardener. Sounded like he had a lot of talent. Okay. So, which snowflake is the truck supposed to be hiding behind? Because pretty close to the gates now. And I'm still not seeing those supplies I was promised, or the truck. I'm supposed to get more information once I get my equipment out of the truck, and well, it does complicate things if there isn't any truck with equipment in it. Like, then who's gonna give me information on my mission? Okay. Does the truck just not exist? I am confused. Definitely confused. False advertising about that truck, if this was it for that mission. Okay. Oh, fine, it's just finishing up that area. Where did my outfit go? Worked so hard on that outfit. Okay, so I guess the truck is in this area. Okay. And the castle, I can't see inside the castle. Oh, fine, I can see some of the guards near the castle. That feels like a pretty major mission. Like, so that's, I think, already the third mission on the same storyline? But I guess the previous storyline was also a bunch of different missions. Because, like, the first one was the one where, like, I had to take out one guy but not the other generals in the meeting, and then I think it was 4 generals that I then needed to take out in separate missions. Either way. I guess that storyline was quite significant too. That just feels... it feels different. Because I still don't have a target. So. It feels like there's some sort of boss fight coming up, but I don't know what to expect from it. Like, does this even count as a separate mission? Like, I do get a new set of saves. And it did do a save at the start of this mission, so I guess it counts. I don't know. I don't really want my uniform back. Put so much effort into getting it. Oh, I think there's several guards in the same spot again. At least that guard indicator just looks different. So, like, these look similar. But I still think there might be 2 people in that spot, and then this is what one person looks like. It's just more vibrant? I don't know. But they're really not giving me much information.
47. This is Diana from Agency. We've been monitoring the small tracking device in the late Hayamoto Jr. We
Yeah.
managed to track down Hayamoto Sr. thanks to your fine work.
Fine.
We're quite excited since Hayamoto hasn't been registered
So
in
just get to
public
the
for more
castle
than 15
undetected, wait for
years.
the briefing.
He emerged at one of...
Okay. So, I guess it's just a very long mission. And the entire first section was just getting to the gate. Now it's getting to the other gate. Or I guess the truck this time. Near the gate. And then I get more information. Anyhow, I think I'll have to continue this next time, because it is a difficult map to figure out. Or at least the previous one was. Felt very glitchy when the guards would end up discovering me. And I'll probably need a new uniform again. I don't know which of the two is going to be the safer one to take out. One or the other. So, yeah. But I'll figure that out next week. Tricky game. Tricky game. Alright. So, I'll make sure to close the game. I guess I'll still save just in case to like actually have a proper save. Just in case there's weird glitchiness. And close. There. So. Odds are you guys already know about my social links, but there they are anyway. Because, well, I don't make a secret out of when I'm going to be streaming. I, in fact, post my weekly stream schedules. Sometimes even a day in advance. Like, sometimes I post them on Saturdays, sometimes on Sundays, sometimes on Mondays, sometimes on Tuesdays, even though Tuesdays are already a stream day that's on that schedule. But, yeah, I still post them over there. And I do have my entire playthrough of the first Hitman game on my YouTube channel. So, there is that. I do need to pick somebody to raid. Always a struggle. At least it feels like, maybe it's just because of summertime in the Northern Hemisphere that there's just fewer people streaming as much because of, well, the temperatures. But I guess, how about some Resident Evil 2? It feels not that closely related to Hitman, but, well, I've played the first Resident Evil game. I do have to avoid spoilers for the second one, so I won't really be able to watch along. But, I mean, Resident Evil is a long franchise. Hitman is a long franchise. Good enough. Anyhow, tomorrow I'll be continuing Commandos Behind Enemy Lines. I think it's going to be a new scenario that I haven't started yet, because I ended the stream right at the end of the previous scenario. So, yes. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!